Don't do this before sleep. If you're over 65, it's harming your brain. Every night while you're sleeping, your brain is supposed to be healing. But what if I told you one simple thing you're doing before bed might be silently destroying it instead? Are your bedtime habits secretly damaging your brain? If you're over 65, certain nighttime routines could be accelerating memory loss, brain fog, and even increasing your risk of dementia. What's worse, you might be doing it every single night without knowing it. In this video, we'll uncover the #1 bedtime mistake that's harming brain health in older adults, and why millions are completely unaware of its danger. You'll also learn how to protect your brain, improve your sleep, and reduce your risk of cognitive decline, with simple changes you can make starting tonight. And trust me, the worst part? It's not what you think. So grab a cup of tea, turn off the distractions, and stay with us till the end. Because this isn't just about sleep. It's about protecting the one thing you can't afford to lose: your mind. Welcome to After Older Years, where we uncover the hidden truths about aging, health, and longevity. If you care about your well-being and your future, hit that subscribe button now and join thousands of others on the path to smarter living. 2. The brain's nightly detox. Before we talk about the dangerous habit harming your brain, you need to understand what your brain should be doing while you sleep. Every night, during deep sleep, your brain goes into cleanup mode. It's like a night crew at a busy office, quietly working to remove the waste that's built up during the day. But we're not talking about ordinary waste. We're talking about toxic proteins, like beta amyloid and tau, the same substances found in the brains of people with Alzheimer's disease. These toxins can clog up your brain's communication lines. They interfere with memory, thinking, and even basic focus. And here's the shocking part. Your brain only removes these toxins during deep, uninterrupted sleep. Scientists have discovered something called the glymphatic system, a kind of rinse cycle for your brain. It gets activated at night, washing out the harmful proteins before they can pile up. But if your sleep is disturbed or cut short, that rinse cycle gets interrupted. And those toxins, they stay behind, building up night after night, slowly poisoning your brain from the inside. And yet, millions of older adults unknowingly sabotage this process every single evening with one common habit. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, let's look at how something as harmless as a glowing screen can disrupt this critical repair system. The culprit: screen time before bed. Before we talk about what you should be doing before bed, let's look at what might be ruining your sleep and harming your brain without you realizing it. It's not sugar. It's not caffeine. It's that little glowing screen in your hand. TVs, smartphones, tablets, they all give off something called blue light. And while it might look harmless, blue light has a powerful effect on your brain. It tells your brain to stay awake. It tricks your body into thinking it's still daytime. And worst of all, it blocks melatonin, the natural hormone that helps you fall asleep. Without enough melatonin, your brain can't enter deep, restorative sleep. And as we just learned, that's the only time your brain can clean itself. So if you're watching the news, scrolling through your phone, or checking emails before bed, you may be shutting down your brain's detox system and inviting toxic proteins to stay behind and build up over time. Many seniors think it's harmless to watch a little TV to wind down at night, but in reality, it may be doing the opposite, keeping your brain in a state of alertness when it should be repairing itself. And over the months or years, This silent disruption can have serious consequences. Now let's go even deeper, because the real damage doesn't stop with lost sleep. It's what happens after those proteins are allowed to stay in your brain. Evidence linking screen time to cognitive decline. Before we talk about how to protect your brain at night, you need to know just how serious the damage from screen time really is. This isn't just about losing a few hours of sleep. It's about what's happening deep inside your brain and the long-term effects that follow. Multiple studies now show that excessive screen time, especially before bedtime, is linked to higher risks of dementia and other serious cognitive issues. One large study found that older adults who watch several hours of TV daily have a significantly greater risk of memory loss and slower thinking. But it doesn't stop there. Researchers have discovered that high TV viewing time also correlates with increased risks of stroke and Parkinson's disease, conditions that affect movement, balance, and overall brain function. And the most concerning part? These effects don't always show up right away. They build slowly, quietly, over months, or even years. Every hour spent staring at a screen before bed may be robbing your brain of the chance to recover and setting the stage for long-term cognitive decline. So while screen time feels passive, relaxing even, it could be silently accelerating the very problems so many seniors fear most: confusion, memory loss, and the slow fading of mental sharpness. But why are older adults more affected than younger people? That's what we need to explore next. 5. Why seniors are more vulnerable. Before we talk about how to fix these harmful habits, we need to understand why this matters even more if you're over 65. As we age, our bodies, and especially our brains, become more sensitive to changes in sleep. Older adults naturally produce less melatonin, which already makes falling and staying asleep more difficult. And even when sleep does come, it's often lighter and more fragmented than it was in younger years. That means your brain gets less deep sleep, the very stage where it does most of its cleaning and repair work. So when something like screen time blocks melatonin or delays sleep, the effects on the aging brain are even worse. You're not just missing rest, you're missing the one window your brain needs to remove harmful proteins, consolidate memory, and repair itself from the day's stress. And here's what makes it more alarming. Research shows that older adults are more vulnerable to the negative effects of poor sleep. That includes increased inflammation, faster brain shrinkage, and a higher risk of dementia-related diseases. It's like your brain has a smaller margin for error, and every disrupted night moves you a little closer to long-term damage. But there's good news. Small changes in your bedtime routine can make a big difference. Let's look at what you can start doing tonight to give your brain a better chance to heal. 6. Healthy bedtime alternatives. Before we talk about the final piece of protecting your brain at night, let's look at what you can do instead of reaching for the remote or scrolling through your phone. Because breaking a habit is hard, but replacing it with a better one? That's where real change begins. If you usually unwind with screen time, try swapping it for something that actually helps your brain settle down. Read a physical book, not a tablet, not a Kindle, but a real printed page. This gentle activity helps shift your mind away from the stress of the day, without triggering alertness. Or try listening to calming music. Soft instrumental sounds or nature audio can lower your heart rate, relax your breathing, and prepare your brain for deep sleep. You can also practice simple relaxation techniques like deep breathing, light stretching, or a short mindfulness routine. Even 5 minutes of quiet reflection can signal to your body that it's time to rest, not scroll. These small bedtime rituals may seem simple, But over time, they help you fall asleep faster, sleep more deeply, and give your brain the uninterrupted time it needs to repair and restore. And when you sleep better, your memory sharpens, your mood improves, and your risk of cognitive decline begins to drop. Now that you know what helps, it's time to tie everything together. Because this one change could protect your brain more than you ever realized. Conclusion: avoiding screens before bed might seem like a small change, but it could be one of the most powerful ways to protect your brain as you age. Each night, your brain needs time to clean, repair, and recharge. And that process depends on deep, uninterrupted sleep, something that screen time quietly steals from you. So tonight, when you reach for the remote or your phone, pause. Choose a book. Turn on some calming music. Let your brain do what it was designed to do: heal. These small choices you make today could shape your brain health tomorrow. If this video helped you, share it with someone you care about, especially if they're over 65. It might be the wake-up call they didn't know they needed. And don't forget to like this video if you found it valuable, and subscribe to After Older Years for more eye-opening health tips designed to help you age smarter and live better.